Hello, casual fanatics. This is Jeremy here with a casual vlog update on episode 26. Unfortunately, last weekend when we tried recording some of the wrestling stuff with Lady Jess, we did have one little recording snafu. And that recording snafu was me forgetting to hit the record button, which is something I have a very bad habit of doing. I've done on at least about 4 occasions on this show. Yeah, way to make a great impression to one of your friends and a guest of yours, Jeremy. Nice going. Nah, Jess understood about it. We've already talked about that. Then we had a little second snafu, which is work schedules interfered. Her work schedule didn't really align with mine, and she's really busy working on her own videos this weekend, and the next weekend also is going to be really difficult because her work schedule doesn't line up. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to finish episode 26 with Lady Jess, but we are going to finish episode 26. I am bound and determined to do this. However it has to happen, I'm going to get you all of episode 26 because I am lawful neutral. I made a promise to you all that you were going to have the entirety of episode 26, and come hell or high water, that's going to happen. No matter what I end up having to do, what we end up having to do here at Casual Mode, you are going to get it. That is my promise to you. And since I also promised about being transparent, that's why I'm doing this video right now, to let you know what's going on with episode 26, why we've been dark on the channel for a little bit while. I know I'm sorry. I haven't been doing a very good job of keeping up to date. Things at work. I'm still getting settled into things, and there have also been some stresses involving my bank account that I've kind of been a little iffy on. But things are going to start to normalize here pretty quickly. So I'm going to be getting into more of a rhythm and being able to do things more regularly, and who knows, I'll be able to find ways to do more little update vlogs. While we're here, I would also like to let you know that a very special congratulations to David and his channel, Ace of Hearts Gaming, because they are now well over 200 subscribers. In fact, at last count, they were at 220. By the time this video goes up, they're probably going to be past that as well. And they are still doing really well, Over 200 subs in less than 2 months is nothing to sneeze at. So he's doing really good, and I want to keep him growing. I really do. So go check out Ace of Hearts Gaming on YouTube. As of late, he has been doing things. He has been doing commentary of this kind of Pokemon/Fantasy Football League, which I believe we mentioned on the first parts of episode 26, called the SDL, and he's doing coverage of the Omega League, and I am co-commentator with him. I am being the Al Michaels to his John Madden, the Joey Styles to his Jim Ross, in a perfect world. Or, depending on how you look at me and how annoying you think I am, the JBL to his Michael Cole. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm on there, and it's a lot of fun getting to commentate on these matches, both of us get to show what we know about Pokemon, and just have a lot of fun with it. And we've got 3 episodes, 3 matches already on there, up the belt, and it's really interesting to see the kind of Pokemon that these people are using and really kind of treat it as if it was an e-sport or as if it were, like a college football game. So, yeah, it's fun stuff, and we're enjoying it. So go check it out on the Ace of Hearts gaming channel. because not just because I'm in it, but because the matches have all been really, really interesting so far, and also because, well, David needs the attention, and he's right now trying to shoot toward 300. He wants to get there by the end of the month. Of course, I'm optimistic that he can get there, just being, the kind of optimistic person that I am regarding such things. And in order to help him get there, of course, I'm doing my little plugging wherever I can. So, yeah. I know this is like the third time I said this. Seriously. Code Ace of Hearts Gaming. Check out the stuff. As of the time that this video goes up, he's also got his most recent Pokemon Spotlight up, which is on Magikarp. The video's better than it sounds. There is one other thing I do want to say while I'm on here. And I'm not going to get onto a whole, angry rant about things, because honestly, I'm done with such such drama, but my little brother and Mega Masher have been having still more drama with, Verlicify, and like I said, I'm not going to comment on that situation directly. Instead, I'm going to comment on one of the central issues involved in this drama, and that is, at one point, he has actually gone on record on Twitter, and you can see this both in Mega Masher and in David's videos on the subject, telling someone to, quote, drink base liquids, and then trying to spin it as if he was saying, oh, drink egg whites. Normally when you tell someone to drink base liquids, you're usually referring to a certain alkaline solvent that is commonly used for sanitization. Yeah. Kind of a dick move there. But I'm not going to get on the rant on that because I'm not directly involved with it, and it's really not my place to do that. That is the most I'm going to say about it. It's a dick move. I don't approve of him saying that. But I do want to talk about the central issue related to that, and that is suicide and depression. Because while I've never directly been diagnosed with it, I know I have experienced serious depression in my life. And honestly, there have been times that I've wanted to commit suicide, but it's just, I've been way too lazy, and most of the time I can never find a way to do it that won't make me think, oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass for other people I'm going to leave behind. That's normally what keeps me from doing that, because I am a very sensitive kind of a person about such things, and I don't like making things a hassle for other people. But it is a serious issue, and it is something that a lot of people go through. Some people have it to a harsher degree than others, and it is not just a case of, being bummed out about something. It is a serious medical condition. It is your brain essentially misfiring, and I know that's terrible phrasing because it makes it sound like, it's something that should be stigmatized, and that's not what I'm trying to say at all, so maybe I should rephrase that. It is an actual physical disorder. The hormones in your body that create sensations like pleasure and joy and happiness don't quite work right. And it is treatable, but right now it's not curable. So really, the best that people can do to manage such things as depression and depression thoughts is to try and find some way to distract themselves from it, which can sometimes be a problem in and of itself, especially if it leads to drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or other destructive behaviors. Um, but, or, they can try to seek professional help. And if you're around someone who's dealing with that, you do kind of have to walk on eggshells with what you say, because you never quite know how their brain is going to trick them into thinking that what you're trying to do is you're trying to shunt them away. And that's admittedly, I kind of struggle with that myself, both with the depressive feelings and with being someone who deals with people who have depressive feelings, because a fair amount of my friends have had this to some degree, and I have had to, I have tried to, be the best friend that I can be. One thing that helps me cope with it, and admittedly I don't have these things to quite the same degree as some people, so this may not work for some people, is I do try long and hard to find something that I can focus on that is not destructive, that I can do. One of those things actually was starting casual mode. During my time toward the end of my period at Kmart and during my jobless period, I really poured a lot of my energy into casual mode, largely because I wanted something that was all mine, and something that would give me a motivation to stick around. Something that would keep me in a mindset where I believed that I could, and for whatever reason had to, survive in order to keep this going. I know it's not that easy for many people. I know it's not that easy. Some people, I don't have to take medication for such things myself. It's probably arguable that I should anyway, but there are some people who do have to take medication in accordance to this, and I know that can screw with your motivation as well. So I'm mostly going to direct this to the people who are in the support role for people who suffer from depressive feelings and stuff like that. At least this part here. Remind them that this isn't their fault. Remind them that they're not to blame for the way that they feel. And remind them that, no matter what happens, you care about them. If something were to happen to them, you would miss them. Let them know that. And allow me to direct this to anyone who may be watching this who does have those feelings. Even if you think no one else in the world cares about you, anyone that you directly interact with cares about you, there's one guy who does. And he is on this screen right now. I care about all of you. Not just because you're the casual fanatics. Not just because you watched this stuff, you follow this stuff, you've subscribed to this on YouTube, but because you're people. And you deserve to have someone care about you. You deserve to be valued in some way. You have value merely by existing. We all have some kind of a place. Some of us, it takes longer to find what that place is than others. I mean, for me, sometimes I struggle because you know, because I'm always somebody else's something. So I struggle about that. And it's taken me 31 years to realize that even in a support role, you have value. You are not valueless if you are not in the limelight. You have value no matter where you are. Even if all you do is help other people do stuff. You know, you don't have to outshine to be noticed. You know, there's a reason why there are Oscars like Best Supporting Actor or Best Writing. You know, the positions that aren't the glamour positions like the director or lead actor still get their recognition in award shows because they are an integral part of the process. They do have value. And maybe people don't fuss over them quite so much as the big ones, but they still are valuable. And you have value. No matter what you're doing, no matter what position you're in, you've got value too. It took me 31 years for me to realize that for myself. That even if my stuff where I'm in a lead role doesn't do that well, you know, there are people that allow me to help support them and to help them do things, and they value my assistance. They value my advice, however crappy sometimes it may be. They still value it because it gives them something they don't have. Sorry, I'm still... And I wanted to share that with all of you. You know, just because you don't agree with one person, and that one person has been shitty enough to say, go die, basically, doesn't mean that you in fact should. In fact, if anything, it means you shouldn't, just to spite them. I know that sounds kind of shitty to say, but you know, sometimes living well is the best revenge, I believe the saying goes. So, I want to let y'all know, and I want to give you all one other thing that helps me get through tough times. Whenever I'm facing some kind of a challenge, and I'm looking at something that I've never done before, or that I have done, but it's still really difficult to do, and I'm having a hard time conceptualizing how I can get through it, what I do is I tell myself the following words. Okay, I know this is going to be tough, Bird. Yeah, I call myself Shadowbird sometimes. I call myself by my own nickname. Yes, I realize that's late. Roll with me on it. But anyway, yeah, I tell myself, okay, I realize this is going to be tough, Bird. But I believe that we can do this. I believe we can knock this out. I believe that we can punch through this, and whatever comes out of it, we're going to feel good about it just because we got it done. It's what I affectionately like to refer to for myself as going into fighter mode. And I know some of you, it's not that easy. I know some of you, again, you do need professional help. You do need the medication. Just know that I believe in you, and whatever you have to do to survive, whatever you have to do to make yourself stronger within the realms of legality, of course, you do what you have to do, not just to survive, but to be able to live a kind of life that you want to live, to be able to find that place where you fit. So, I hope you've taken some out of this. I hope you've taken some kind of motivation out of this. And I just want to let you know, I believe in you. I believe in all of you. I mean it absolutely. Look, I'm going to take my glasses off so there's no glare in my eyes so you can see. I believe y'all can do it. The only people who will tell you that you can't do it, are the people who don't want you to. And those are the kind of people who should not matter. Yes, I realize they will affect you and affect your psyche nonetheless. Having people in those kind of people in your life sucks. I know that firsthand. And it hurts having those kind of people in your life. But there are people in this world who believe in you. And I am but one. So, fighter mode, y'all. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, knock that shit out. Roll up into fighter mode, take a look at what you've got to do, and just tell yourself, I'm going to knock this out. And whatever happens, I've won. Because I didn't quit. Keep it casual, y'all.